Well, joining me now in studio is two-time Olympian and four-time Olympic medalist Cullen Jones. Cullen, appreciate the time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for making the trip out.
Absolutely.
Now, you were also making the trip to Paris for the Games.
Yes.
So tell me, what are you going to be looking for from Team USA in this upcoming Olympics?
You know, I was having actually a conversation with a couple of the new Olympians, and a lot of them, even if they were a two-time Olympian, they're like, well, I feel like this is my first Olympics, because 2021 was just full of COVID restrictions.
Yeah.
So I'm just excited for them to go and not have to get, stabbed in the nose the entire time that they're there. There's going to be spectators there. So it's funny that you either are a three-time Olympian and understand what it was like in Brazil, or this truly feels like your first time, even if it's your second.
Right. And so for those athletes, as you mentioned, such a great point there, such a different experience than Tokyo. So how are they preparing in this last leg of training, both mentally and physically, for Paris?
You know, what's funny is that they got to go to Hawaii in 2021. So what the team does is they usually go somewhere that's actually on the same time zone as the host country. And so for France, they're in Croatia right now, and I'm very, very jealous of these are all my friends, and I'm just seeing my stories and all of them just having a great time in Croatia as they're training. So they are right now in the second phase of their training. They started off, they actually were here in North Carolina. They were in Cary for the first bit. Now they're in Croatia, and then they'll head over to France in about a week or so before they start putting on the red, white, and blue and ready to go.
Yeah, Croatia, I'm jealous as well. Beautiful in the summertime, right?
I mean, seriously.
Yes. Well, I'm jealous you're going to Paris as well. But once these games get started, who are you looking for to make a big impact, or maybe who are some dark horses that you think might get a medal this time?
I think that there's a lot of new blood, which is great. We want to make sure that, we're keeping that tradition alive of keeping these gold medals coming in. Mm-hmm. But I think that in 2021, we saw a lot of new swimmers coming in, kind of making a name for themselves. Well, now they're veterans. They're going into their second Olympics for many of them, and they understand, so they have a little bit of that experience underneath their belt. So your Reagan Smiths look amazing. She just set a world record. You've got Caleb Dressel, who's back. I know he was battling for some things around mental illness, and now they're coming, or mental health, I'll say, and now he's back ready to go. I mean, I was really impressed with how well I saw him swim. And then Simone Manuel, same thing. She took a break, really kind of worked at trying to come back at it. And for her to make the team in multiple events, I think she's going to be a dark horse for sure. And then, of course, your new and up-and-coming folks, Chris Giuliano, Jack Alexi. On the ladies' side, Alex Shackle. There's a lot of younger swimmers that are kind of making a name for themselves. But what I really am excited about is that they have that leadership. So it's going to be them learning from your Katie Ledecky's, your Ryan Murphy's, who, of course, Ryan, this is his third Olympics, winning the backstroke and the 200 backstroke and the 100 backstroke. No one's ever done that. The backstroke king. So they've got a lot of maturity on there, but they also have a lot of young guns on there.
And you had a chance to see all of them battle it out at the U.S. swim trials to earn that spot to go to Paris and be a part of the team. So what were your takeaways from the action you saw then?
Ashley, it was insane. We've seen it in Omaha. That was 17,000 tops. We were maxing out in the from when I was swimming, 2008, 2012, 2016, and 21, we saw Omaha give swimming such love. But what Indianapolis was able to do, they set a world record twice. For 22,000 people, because we were in Lucas Oil, retrofitted 2 different pools in the middle of a football stadium. And it's weird that when you got there, a lot of people were like, it almost felt like the pool was supposed to be there. I'm like, guys, don't get used to this. The Colts need their facility back.
Right.
But it was just amazing to see that. And then the amount of showmanship that USA Swimming put on, the athletes were just kind of blown away, but the spectators were blown away every single night. And watching, Katie Ledecky just absolutely taking every event that she was in. And then Caleb Dressel, of course, all the big names. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Well, you mentioned Team USA going over there and hopefully winning many more gold medals to add. But you yourself have one on. You're a 2-time gold medalist, 2-time silver. Going back to when you competed and getting your first gold medal, what was that moment like for you?
It was surreal. Everyone, it's funny because they're like, oh my God, it's so nice to meet you. And you know what the next question is? They're like, where's the medal? And like, come on. Hi, I'm here. No, but I think the coolest thing for me was actually saying our national anthem. And then, in the 50 free, when I wasn't able and I got silver, it wasn't about the fact that I got silver. It was the fact that I wasn't able to say our national anthem for my event. I wanted that so bad. But it's surreal. And I think for any Olympian to be able to be blessed enough to get a medal, let alone a gold medal, being able to say their national anthem and stand up there is yeah, there's no words.
Yeah, I'm sure a surreal feeling. And for you and the group that you were with, I feel like it was just record setting. You guys took everyone by storm.
Yeah.
You were everywhere, from covers of magazines to Oprah, all the things, right? So when you look back on that time in your life, like, what are some of the memories that come to mind?
I got a hug from Oprah. That's probably the biggest one, the hug from Oprah. I mean, you feel anointed at that moment. Right. But I would say, you know, it's funny because I actually got to see Phelps again. I mean, we text all the time, but you know, we're always all over the place. And so Jason Lezak, Phelps, and I were together at trials, and there's just like an unspoken bond from that relay. And so it was just cool to be together, and then just to, you know, talk shop, talk about this next team, and really excited about certain people that we really think are going to. I'm just going to say our record is in jeopardy. Those 4 guys look really good for that 4x100 freestyle relay, and hopefully they're able to bring home gold, but they might break the record. But you know what? I'm not salty because records are meant to be broken. That's all right. Go ahead and take it, but 20 years does sound much better. I'm just going to say.
Right. You know, I think it's so neat that you guys still keep in touch, and you had that moment at trials where 3 of the 4 of you were there and getting a chance to maybe break down what this upcoming team looks like or what they might be able to do. But to have that bond and still have that relationship with Michael Phelps and the guys, what does that mean?
I mean, the kids call each other uncles and aunts, and it's amazing. I mean, I remember, you know, Lochte and Phelps and I playing, you know, spades every night when we were on training camp. And I think that's the cool part about what this team is doing right now in Croatia. They're having beach days. I'm seeing just different groups of people that I wouldn't necessarily think, oh, like this person's hanging out, that person. That's the team. The team is really building right now. And so those are the fondest memories. When I missed in 2016, I was upset, of course, not to swim the 50 free and represent my country, but more so, I was upset I missed training camp. I wasn't hanging around my friends, and it's a really special time of team building, and so it's lasted time. You know, we all have kids now, and we're all still in touch and making sure everyone's okay, but those moments where we get together are special.
Yeah, the team bonding and still making such an impact in the sport. You're an ambassador still for the sport. You're very focused on making a difference and making an impact, and just the importance of swimming for everybody. Yeah. So what is it like now to have that platform and to be able to use it and continue to make a difference? You
know, I'll be honest, when I was at trials and I watched kids that were like 10 or younger be like, can I have your autograph? And I was like, you do know I swam before you were born, right? And so to still be able to have a brand that people can resonate, especially this next generation to resonate with, really means a lot to me. And so I stopped everywhere to sign, because the mission that I'm on is to try to get, like you said, everyone to learn to swim, no matter what your skin color, race, gender, doesn't matter. We all need to learn to swim. And so it's a life skill. When I look at my son every day, because it backfired. 6 months, I got him in the pool. He's never had a negative experience. Every day, Daddy, we going swimming? Daddy, we going swimming? And I asked him the other day, I was like, so what do you want to do? What sport do you want to do? He goes, race car driver and swimming, Daddy. And I was like, okay. He could drive my car sitting on my lap. Sorry, don't get me in trouble for this. I was holding onto the wheel, but he knows left and right. He can drive by himself already. So I think I might have the new next Lewis Hamilton. I'm not saying, I'm just saying it here.
You heard it here first.
I'm in NASCAR country. Come on, folks.
I was going to say, you're in the right city to get some racing experience. And of course, he has the ultimate father to look up to, both in the pool and out. So I
appreciate that.
But thank you so much for the time. Anything else you want to add about your experience or what we can look forward to in Paris?
I mean, follow me on all platforms, because I'm going to be making sure that I push some really cool content from Paris. Yes. And I'm actually hosting for Team USA House for 2 nights. So make sure you check me out.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me again.